we are going to be installing this Geissele SK Mark III rail on this pistol build. This is going to be awesome. So let's go ahead and get started. Get some imagery of that rail because it is sexy while I figure out how to get this receiver in these blocks. Alright, to just throw it out there, the Geissele Automatics Mark III rail is very nice to look at. It has a sexy yet mean look to it, but it's more than just aesthetics that make it that way. The rail sports several features that make it a major contender for the industry standard. First off, the arch relief cuts in the underbelly of the rail ensure that you are going to maintain some strength while bashing it off barriers, while seriously reducing its weight. You know, like the classic example of the Roman aqueduct. Continuing to talk about relief cuts, the superior plane of the rail, of course, has many of them, including QD-compatible index points near the rear of the rail. Mark III sports a monolithic rail that has been weight reduced as well. This rail is realigned with your receiver rail using the two small set screws on the proximal end of the rail. The entire unit is attached to a proprietary barrel nut via two large bolts that interface with a captive dual nut system on the reverse side. The barrel nut system itself is low profile and requires no gas port alignment. By far the most alluring feature of the Geissele Automatics Mark III rail is its attachment system. Rail sections are attached by threading bolts into multi-nuts similar to those for the rail attachment to barrel nut interface. These nuts ride on an integral rail within the negative space of the rail unit itself, making the attachment of accessories fast and easy. That's neat, I will admit. So not only does this barrel nut not thread in to the actual rail, but you'll notice that there is no aligning the gas tube. That's all out. So basically wherever you tighten it's wherever you tighten it, and you don't have to worry about aligning the gas tube port and the ports on the barrel nut. That's pretty slick, I'm not gonna lie. I'm starting to like this rail even more now. Great, so let's go ahead and get this barrel on here. Have you never built an AR-15 before?
Burrs or dings of the barrel nut will not allow the handguard to slide precisely. Therefore, when you throw the barrel nut on the ground, they are ground to a 0.001 inch clearance. Burrs or dings on barrel nut will not allow handguard.
It went in and out just fine. There were no burrs or dings. Okay, so it says to set this, it says to torque to 40 pounds. Geissele gives a proprietary barrel wrench. So typically you would use some crap that looks like this that never fits. This just goes on like that. There we go. 40 pounds. Go ahead and reinstall these bolts. Okay. And then these bolts here pin to the actual receiver. and they are stiff. Alright, so check out this attachment system for this Geissele rail. So you have a section of rail that is backed by this nut system. So if I want to attach this piece of rail, I simply slide this and it's captive. So it's not floating in there, I don't have to push it around or anything like that. It's captive there by itself. It goes inside this little section of rail here. So I'm just going to go ahead straighten this up a little bit. We'll go ahead and zip down this piece of rail. I've used a lot of different rail attachment systems before. I absolutely hate the Troy system. This is pretty nice, I'm not gonna lie. I was very intrigued by this when I saw this. And there you have a piece of rail attached to that Geissele rail. That quick, that simple. Shall we do another one? There you go. Ready to rock and roll. She is tight. Dude.